this way.
T-minus 2 minutes. Minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We'd ask you to please rise for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem. Following the anthem, please remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of Coach William Bryan Wilkes, whose service, leadership, and dedication to Palmetto High School will always be remembered. Thank you.
Center, base! Forward, march!
Tiger fans, we want to welcome our visitors, Lake Gibson Braves. Tough trip over with the weather. Let's play some football. Tonight's referees
We welcome
for the
to
game,
this
head referee
special
Steve
broadcast of the
D'Angelo,
Fall Class
umpire
that we are
Michael
broadcasting live from
Kozlowski,
Paradise here at Harley
linesman
Stadium in
Keith
Palmetto,
Parsons,
Florida, here
line
on
judge
Florida's
Kevin Wilcox,
beautiful Sun Coast.
back
We welcome
judge
the number one fans in the world to this Fall Classic game between the hosting Palmetto Tigers and the visiting Lake Gibson Braves to TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC. The Friday Night Lights are officially shining once again in Palmetto. Welcome to the jungle. I'm Brian Varnador, alongside my partner in the booth, Ken Burton Jr. Ken, the off-season waits finally over. The stands are packed with a sea of red, white, and black, and we have a phenomenal matchup to kick this Fall Classic campaign.
Yes, Brian. Good evening, everyone. Lot of expectations here in Tigertown. Let's move on to the captains. Let's go ahead and
let's look at the captains on the field for those Palmetto Tigers. Looking across the field here, number 5 is Maurice Carter. Number 75 is David Hayes. Number 17 is Isaiah Tyson. And number 11 is Matthew Hennessy. Captains are on the field. Let's take a nice, close, live look in here, Ken. That's awesome. So
yes, we're excited. I know these kids are excited to play some football. Again, high expectations coming out of Tigertown, not only with the coaches and the players, but the fans. 18 to 22 starters back, and some transfers where we needed a little bit of help. So it's time to play some football. We got a very tough opponent tonight. Lake Gibson from Polk County. They always play good football.
Oh yeah,
Polk County, and they're going to come here and fight. They've got a really impressive coach.
I would say so.
I would say so. I think you saw his dad play at one of the mini Gator games you've attended, or maybe it was a bowl game.
Yeah, it was the All-American Bowl back in 1988. You know, and I'm talking about the coach. Leading the Braves tonight is head coach Jeff George Jr., entering his second season at the helm of the program after being hired prior to the 2025 season. Ken, that's a name that football fans all around the country will recognize immediately. I remember watching Jeff George Sr. in that bowl game. It was a classic matchup. He squared off against Emmitt Smith, who had killed Southeast that year. And, he was playing, and he was the future NFL's all-time rushing leader. And he was playing his final game as a Florida Gator. Lee Corso was on the call, and Emmitt took the opening play for a 55-yard touchdown. If the Lake Gibson Braves quarterback is as good as Jeff George Sr. or even Braves head coach Jeff George Jr., this Palmetto defense could be in for a very long game tonight.
Yeah, Dad was first pick in the NFL draft way back in 1990. Both of them played at Illinois. Junior played in front of 111,000 in a game against Michigan at the Big House, and later at Pittsburgh. And second year, he's made Lake Gibson relevant. They were ranked in the top 10 at one time last year. So they're no slouch. They look like your nemesis up in Tallahassee with the garnet and gold, and they're called the Braves.
So get a kick out of this unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you from the folks at M. Hennessy Construction, and there it is. It's a very high, deep kick. It's about 8 yards in the back of the end zone. So the Braves will start out first and 10 from the 20-yard line, Ken.
Yeah, we'll talk about it all season, but we have most everybody back on offense, most everybody back on defense. We've got some help on defense, but when you have the top-ranked kicker in all of the country at the high school level, and he's headed to Clemson, he's going to win some games when we're not playing too well. And he might be the wild card that gets us a deeper run in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Palmetto's going to revamp some things on defense with the loss of Zion Roberson from last year as a senior. They're going to start this time with a single high safety there. Looks like the Braves are lining up with two receivers on both sides of the formation. The quarterback's a good one tonight. And, I've seen him do a lot of great things on film.
Yeah, he's a transfer from Lakeland. Played a little bit for them. He's
So just a really fine play by that Palmetto Tiger defense. And so McFarland handed the ball off and really nowhere to go.
Yeah, Isaiah Tyson picking up where he left off last season as an edge rusher and a leader on this defense as a senior. We've called his name a lot last year and expect to do so the same this year.
Brings up a 2nd and 12. This time they're going with 2 receivers to the right, 1 single out here to the left side of the formation. McFarland tries to draw those Palmetto Tigers offside, unable to do so.
Tigers just in a base defense. We welcome back Matt Brazelton as our defensive coordinator. He's been that before, and he's very good at what he does. Got him pretty much in a base defense, just trying to feel out the Braves here.
Looks like number 77 is Anthony Miller, and usually he's a guard, but he's playing center there, and so it brings up a 2nd and 12. They were trying to, I think the referees were warning that he's assimilating the count. This time he's going to take a jet sweep wide, but there's a stoppage of play. So let's see the officials sort this one out. There's 11:02 on the clock here in the first. Okay, so that's good. Resetting the clock, and so that's a no harm, no foul call there on the play, Ken.
Yeah, just everybody's got a little bit of the jitters, and that's okay, including the refs, and we'll line up and do it again.
Nice look, number 14, Ryan Cotton on this defensive. They fake that, and McFarland keeps it. Big hit in the middle of the field. Palmetto Tigers stepping up. Gain of about 2 yards on the play. It brings up a 3rd and 10. Really good play by number 34. There is Carter Robinson.
Yeah, you mentioned Ryan Cotton. He had a great spring game. We called his name quite a bit, and he will be relied on, again, as another leader on this team.
A good matchup to watch over here is number 12, Legend Pine, over here on the far boundary. Palmetto Tigers they throw a little bubble screen out there. He's going to need more blocks than he's going to get. Nowhere to go, so that's going to bring up a punting situation. So really good start for this new-look Palmetto Tiger defense.
Yeah, just what the doctor had ordered. Great job, Coach Brazelton, with his defense. Just forcing them to have to punt. Really, the linebacker got out there and closed that play. And Tigers going to get very good field position.
So Maurice Carter will be back there, and also back with him is number 1, Jock Harris, to return the punt here. Stepping up to kick this one away is number 35, and number 35 is Ellis Malinsky.
Look at those splits, Brian.
Those are some humongous splits there, Ken.
Those are like a yard.
I think, and it's going to be a rugby-style kick for the right boundary. Watch this ball roll.
Get away from it.
A really good roll on that kick. Goes down to the 36-yard line.
Those look like split back beer lineman splits, where they line up all the way across the field. Never seen it on a punt cover, in a punt formation.
Really good cover down by Mason Chalisky. He had a good snap, and he was able to cover down there. It's great to see your long snapper go back there and make a play. Now the Palmetto offense, there's really a ton of dynamic weapons. You know, there's the loss of Mikael Sanders from last year, but that offensive line looks stout as usual. Across the formation, you've got number 3, Nazir Pitchford, Mo Carter, Ace Luther on this side of the formation. Boy, a lot of weapons out there. And they run it with Ashton Kelly up the middle, driving forward for a gain of about 2 on the play.
And those were just the receiving weapons. We've got Kelly back, top runner last year, and then you've got Shane Partridge back, which is a change of pace back. And all the offensive linemen, including a 300-pound transfer from Manatee to fill the void.
Yeah, they look good. You know, that was one of the things I was wondering about. David Hayes is the anchor of the offensive line, the center, and Matthew Hennessy looks over things. Setting up in a 3-receiver set, pistol formation. Ashton Kelly, gaping hole, drives, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, just a simple dive. They're playing a base defense. I thought they would be worried about the long ball, but they're playing a base defense, and you know, there's strength in numbers here. The Tigers could come out here and just try to wear them down here with the run game, which they're very capable of doing. We've seen them do that many times.
Yeah, and if you look at that, you know, the receivers start to get frustrated with that, but you've got, 25 seniors on the roster for these Tigers. Driving forward, first down on the play just over the line. He did maintain the line of scrimmage there, so first down Tigers.
Yeah, I think as close as he was, if he didn't make it, they were going to go for it. But good start for the Tigers.
That's good for a first down, Tigers.
And you'll see over there, I believe it's Dean Tichy over there on the mark over on the south first down marker, and then brother Bobby Tichy out there spotting this one. Tigers have the ball in great position here on the 45-yard line. Hennessy will take this one out of the shotgun pistol formation.
Here we go.
Looks to the right, slips, and he's going to be sacked.
Get
Throws
rid of it.
the ball away. Said he was outside the hash, and this is what I like about Matthew Hennessy.
Yeah, exactly. This is his second year in the system. The game should slow down for him this year as he's become way more familiar with Coach Sanders' offense. 28 TDs, only 5 picks last year. Very cerebral. And did the right thing there. He saw this. He saw him right there, the hash, and he threw it away to avoid the sack.
Yeah, it was, and he got just outside about a yard outside the hash. Made the throw down there. Hennessy has a 70% completion ratio, and the great thing about Matty Ice back there is he has a lot of throwaways to keep from taking an 8-yard loss. This time they run the option. Partridge got it. Needs a block out there. Pitcher with a good one. Partridge runs very close to the mark. It's going to be just about a half-yard short.
Partridge rushed for over 500 yards, scored a lot of touchdowns for the Tigers last season. Again, a great change of pace back, very quick. He works hard in the weight room and puts the Tigers in a nice 3rd and 2 manageable situation here. They can pull out the full playbook.
And you're normally in, they
jumped.
got offside. So really nice hard cat there. Coming across the line, there was number 0. So that'll be a first down for the Palmetto Tigers.
Nice little break there again. Again, that is a veteran quarterback move right there, changing his inflection in his voice to get not only number 0, pretty much all of their defense. And again, with a veteran offensive line, they just sat there. They knew exactly what was happening. And we're already at a water break, maybe?
Yeah, we're at the water break. They're going to take that here with 6:23 on the clock. So, Ken, looking at this while we take the break in the action here, I don't know if we have Bill Britt on the sideline ready for us, but let's kick it down to Bill Britt. What do you think, Bill?
Hey, guys. There's a lot of intensity on the sidelines right now. I think our guys are really keyed up and ready to play tonight, and I'm very impressed with the personnel of Lake Gibson. They usually bring a good team here, and I think we're going to see a good fight here in the first half.
Thank you very much for that Arctic Air sideline report from Bill Britt, Jr. So really, I know this sounds ridiculous, Ken, but we're in field goal range with Brandon Galloway. It's as you viewers are looking on internationally, you would think, oh, those guys are crazy down there in Palmetto, Florida, but it's a reality.
Well, the season ended last year in the second round of the playoffs with him missing a 61-yarder. Up.
And this time, stoppage of play. Said that it looks like they might have got Ace Luther for an illegal shift starting early. Let's see.
Ace Luther, number 4, he's the wild card among the receivers. they've got to worry about these fast guys on the outside, but Ace Luther's already committed to Bowling Green University, is a very good tight end in this offense.
So what that was an equipment warning, and here we are in a fall classic game, so that was just a warning, no harm, no foul again by the officiating crew. This time Ashton Kelly on the edge, takes a big hit, drives forward though, and he's going to go gain for about 1 on the play.
Along the right side for about 1 yard, tackling play number 12, Cameron Johnson.
Tigers trying to get a feel for this Lake Gibson defense. It doesn't matter what team you're playing from Polk County, they always play a very good brand of football, and of course they're right outside of Lakeland. Actually, they were opened because Lakeland, the Dreadnoughts school, was getting crowded way back in 1979.
Yeah, I like the look of Dominic Pinner there, the nose tackle. Looks good. They jump off again.
There's the flag.
So there's your encroachment play, and that's going to bring up, that's a 5-yard penalty. And they're going to need to work that one out over there on the Braves sideline.
Yeah, we're getting, they're helping us with the making up the yardage on the penalty, getting it back.
Stopping the clock, so not much time has gone off the clock. 5:56 on the clock. Hennessy is taking this one in the pistol depth formation. Ashton Kelly. Ashton is actually leaned out a little bit. I think he's down to about 180 pounds. But the speed from last year to this year, the difference is incredible. Needs to get a block. Hennessy steps up, throws the ball late. And really the pressure off the edge, coming off the edge there, number 0 is Jaden Finley. Jaden Finley.
5'11", 205 senior. I think he was part of their defense last season. Coming from the outside, looked like possibly there was some confusion with the scheming of the block, and Hennessy had to force that a little bit. Receiver was open, but it was short.
So they're changing up. Romeo McAllister now goes over to right tackle, and number 72, Mason Myers, the big 6'4".
They're playing up real close, Brian.
Yeah, that's a very aggressive.
Scary.
And look for
that is scary.
Nazir Pitchford, and they're going to go for it down the edge. And it's got him open, and it's a really good defensive play there by number 7. Hustling back was Lawrence Silas. 6'2" and 165 pounds. Really good play.
Yeah, that was the 50-50 play, which Pittsburgh's more of a 70-30 guy, but they had the box stacked and just daring us to throw the ball deep there, and almost got it, but great defensive play.
So the Tigers have it on the 36-yard line. Ashton Kelly in the backfield. See if they want to slip maybe him out for a little pass. They're coming a lot of edge pressure.
Watch for them try to draw them off sides, and if not, they'll kick the field goal.
I'd like to see that tonight.
Nope, they're going to run a play. Oh, there he is.
Oh, nice footwork by Hennessy. Throws it late and in completion. What a play between Nazir Pitchford and Hennessy. How about that?
Excellent. Hennessy's not known for his wheels, but looked really good there. He didn't panic. He followed his receiver down the field, and there was a short window there, and filled it, and the flag just came out, Brian.
Probably a celebration or a sideline warning. That's going to be a sideline warning over there on the Tigers. No penalty on this.
This time. But hats off to Hennessy there again. He's second year in this offense, and don't panic. As his pocket was collapsing around him, and then he threaded the needle on that play. Got the Tigers in the red zone, Brian.
What I like about him, he doesn't do the ridiculous jumping side. He still gets the body into that, even though he's throwing off his back foot on the right. There's a good play, tipped at the line of scrimmage, so that's going to be an incomplete pass. Clock is at 5:20 here in the first.
Yeah, quite impressed with, to me, I'm very impressed with Lake Gibson's defense. They're coming hard. They're daring us to throw the ball. They're playing like they're right in the middle of the season here.
Yeah, they really look good. I'm very impressed with the Gibson Braves here. They're looking.
They're very athletic.
Getting a lot of edge rush pressure. Now Ashton Kelly drives forward, leaning, and he's going to finally be brought down there. Gain of about 4 on the play. That brings up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, nice, just a simple dive up the middle, and got us in a good, manageable 3rd down here at mid-range.
Yeah, and so
we can run a jet sweep here.
You can run all
pretty much
types
anything
thing here in this scenario, and you've got
Ace Luther. It's about time.
Yeah,
and the slot here on the right side.
They run the option. Ashton Kelly cuts inside, and then he's going to be down at the 10-yard line. So getting closer are the Tigers.
4th and 2, 4th and 3 here. They probably go for it. Nope, I was wrong.
So they're going to run in a guy there. Looks like a fantastic-looking quarterback running onto the field here, 6'4" and about 195 pounds. But no, sir, that is the amazing Brandon Galloway, the
All-American.
All-American. He just is an elite kicker, and it'll be different because Partridge is back there holding the ball.
He's committed to Clemson, and as soon as the season's over, he'll celebrate Christmas and then head on to South Carolina.
27-yard field goal is up, and it is good. So your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 3-0.
Nice drive by the Tigers, using some clock, little bit of run, little bit of pass, a Galloway field goal, and we're off to a good start here.
Yeah, the passing statistics on that drive, were kind of limited because of all of those encroachment penalties that happen on that series. And that's why you play a game like this early on in the season to iron those kind of things out.
Yeah, in Florida they call it a fall classic. It's essentially your preseason game. It doesn't count on your schedule, and you get a chance to play against somebody else, and next Friday it all happens for real.
Now we'll see here with the flags. Flags are absolutely flat here, and the folks at M. Hennessy Construction remind you that this unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you by the folks at M. Hennessy Construction. And he drives this one. Holy cow! Wow, that is 20 yards out of the back of the end zone.
Sailed off the field, Luke.
And you really were only from Tampa Bay. I think Brandon's going to kick one of those into the Gulf of America here eventually.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that kick, as far as it went off the field, when it went by the goalpost, which I'm looking at now, it was about 3/4 of the way up.
Which would, and I know he's not going to leave. That's a 70-yard field goal, right? If he was doing it from that distance. That's nuts.
And even at the collegiate level where they kick from the 35, it's still going to be off the field.
Oh yeah, it was back to the the hedge around Sanford Stadium in Georgia. It would have been into the hedges. Crazy for a high school kicker to be that talented. McFarland hands that one off. Big rush by Tyson off the edge, and Cotton involved in the play also. So
McFarland was 8 for 9, played in 8 games, 5 games last year for Lakeland. Threw for 100 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and then transferred to Lake Gibson to be their quarterback. Lakeland's pretty good.
Yeah, they look good. They're going to have the jet sweep, try to pull that, and now throw a bubble screen action, little hold over there on the edge, and tackled nearly a horse collar, but coming up clean on that for the Tigers is Legend Payne. Nice gain on the play of about 7 yards.
Yeah, it's going to put him in a 3rd short. Quarterback's very athletic here.
And I saw
do some RPO option.
And over there, number 2, Jace Severiot. He looks like a Danny Amendola type, man. He was very speedy. Now he's far on the boundary being covered by Pitchford.
Little movement.
Throws it out. It's wide open down the sideline. Excellent completion. Coming up with the catch is Stephon Bell, 5'9", 160.
Yeah, they had 3 receivers over here on the short side of the field, and the Tigers had everybody else covered, and good read by the quarterback. Nice pitch and catch to move the chains.
You know, Caleb McFarland, he's not a tall quarterback, absolutely mobile, but he looks really good throwing the ball tonight.
5'9".
Ball's out. Tigers run it. Tyson has it. And that's going to be a turnover, and big Isaiah Tyson, 6'1", 230, senior, with a recovery.
Just what the doctor had ordered as they were putting together a little bit of a drive there, and what a great way for the senior linebacker to make a play for the defense. Gives again the Tigers a short field. McFarland is 5'10", 150. He's not a big guy.
And I was surprised to see that, Ken, because a smaller guy like that can be a magician back there with the ball fakes and moving the ball, and the keepers. You know that he has that in his game. So that was kind of a something that probably is not going to happen all the time. A little shaky on the exchange.
Yeah, we will see the magic show here as this game progresses.
David Hayes waits to snap this one. Ashton Kelly in the backfield pistol. Hennessy's looking for a big one down the sideline. He's got a man, and it is caught by Maurice Carter for the touchdown.
Kudos to the offensive line. They made some adjustments on that. Great pass protection. Again, they're playing everybody in standard defense, basically up in the box, and you got to cover our guys one-on-one. You gamble like that, things like this is going to happen. Maurice Carter, he's not a big guy. He's hard to bring down, and we've seen this so many times, Brian.
So Hennessy's starting to roll up those statistics, Ken. Last year he had a phenomenal year statistic. The Tigers are in a swinging gait here. Coming across is Sunshine Ferguson. And now that's going to be thrown. Incomplete pass, Maurice Carter for the 2-point conversion. So your Palmetto Tigers have a 9-0 lead.
Carter caught 9 touchdowns for the Tigers last year. So that's almost like won a game.
So 2 minutes here in the first quarter here. Nice look at the Jumbotron out there. It's good to see that's functioning tonight.
Yeah, a good spot there, and the fans can get a double way of looking at the game. They can watch it live, or they can watch what we're seeing. And we got the drone going. Excellent.
So that's the TSI drone. First of all, the TSI is out there on the Jumbotron, and that's Taylor Services, one of the great painters here in the Palmetto area.
Yeah, he's a neighbor of mine. Kevin Taylor, yes.
So we've got that, and we're going to fire up the drone here, and that'll be a lot of fun for us here. And we got a new sponsor there that's fantastic. It's Keller's Pest Control, Inc. But before we do all that, we remind you that this unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you from the folks at M. Hennessy Construction. It's a high kick, and it is through the upright.
It is good.
So
it did everything but go through the soccer goal.
That's so silly. It's
we've already seen it 3 times tonight.
That one was just money through the heart of the uprights. It was just, that's crazy, kid.
You think about last year, Brian, how many kicks were actually returned? Not even a handful.
And every team has to start these drives off the 20-yard line. Statistically, what a weapon to have that special teams unit out there.
Yes.
McFarland views the field, and he's got 2 receivers on both sides. Boy, they're coming hot, are those Tigers. He throws a nice out, very nice route. It's an incomplete pass. That was intended there for number 2 on the play, and that is Jace Severett.
Yeah, I think he was one of their top returning players on the offensive side.
Not a bad throw there.
Not a bad throw. Had a little juice on it.
Look at the drone shot there. That is a beautiful shot. You can see the formations. Later in the game, you're going to see the beautiful School District of Manatee County field featured. You're going to see the sunsets on the horizon. You will see this here on TigerVision. And lots of heavy pressure. Oh, my word. That is number 15 for the Tigers, and that's Malik Lee, 6'3", 270, senior defensive tackle.
But what you forgot to add is he's a 4-star athlete that is committed to Georgia Tech, and he is he wreaks havoc to offensive lines.
Holy cow, that is scary.
And his brother plays.
And really, there they are again, jamming up the line there. Everybody coming across there. You know, it's very unusual for us to see number 24, Josiah Washington, he's wearing Paul Moore's number, Ken.
And playing like him. Got another 3 and out, and if our defenders move up a little bit, we're already going to be on their side of the field, but could get a nice little return here.
And they're going to line up at the 50. That might be a little deep here, but
it is deep.
At 35, Ellis Malinikowski back there to kick this. Here's the problem with our returners, Ken. We'll talk about this after the punt. What a crazy spread formation with three in protection. This time it's going to
bounce.
And he's getting a really favorable bounce. And hustling down there is the long snapper. Always good to see number 44, Mason Schellaker.
But again, the issue is he turned the ball over and got instead of the 37, if it had stopped, he got it to the 47. So on their side of the field.
The problem with our returners, Ken, is Liam Harold is now transferred to Southeast, but he's incredible too.
Yes.
And then Brandon Galloway, when they practice returning punts, they are used to a depth that is nothing like they're going to see on Friday night, when it's going through the practice routine. So our guys, we always feel that they're playing too deep, but that's all they've seen.
Yeah, they're used to that ball hanging up there 5 seconds, but I'm sure they can throw somebody in there and make it more realistic. But this is just preseason game, all good. Third possession for the Tigers. Oh, there he is.
Ashton Kelly, a nice gain of about 3 yards on the play, but really solid play by Jaden Farley, the DN, making a nice play.
Yeah, nice play. They had me fooled. I thought he was going to throw. They lined up in a man-to-man, and I thought he was going to throw the deep ball again, but a nice little short gain.
So that's the end of the clock here, with the Palmetto Tigers leading this one 9-0. Look at that beautiful drone shot from Keller's Pest Control. Ken, is that?
That's why there's 500,000 people that live here.
You know what's great?
That's right there.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Billy.
Hey, guys, I don't know if you can hear me down here.
Yeah, we got you.
I'm with the lovely Brooke Corbett, our interim athletic director, and she has been calm, cool, and collected all day long.
Yeah.
So how are things going for you so far?
It's always a great day to be a Tiger, so it's going good, and we have a great team, and so many people have stepped up to support us all week, so I'm just thankful to be a Tiger today.
Yeah, Brooke, a lot of responsibilities put on you in a sad situation, but I got to tell you guys, she has responded very well with this job, and she's doing it because she's a Tiger. Talk about the game a little bit. How exciting is this, and how excited are you?
I'm really excited. I've been getting to know these boys really close the last 3 weeks, and the coaches, and they're a group of great young men, and I think we're going to be really competitive on the field this year, and so I'm just excited about our season and excited about tonight.
Look
Okay,
at
guys, she's got things under control.
Ashton Kelly around the edge. We didn't pick that up live, but what you saw there is a jump cut, and you saw that new speed that Ashton seems to have picked up from last year to this. Watch this Arctic Air replay.
So normally he's your north-south runner, but showing some great speed there, outrunning the defenders for an easy first down. Nice call, Coach Sanders. Great job executing.
Just nearly in the red zone. So 11:50 on the clock.
That is a huge line. Look at that. My goodness.
Oh, and Kieron Jones is in the backfield. Oh, good block by Kieron. Now he's got the really good coverage out there. Looking for Nazir, number 1, Jock Harris.
Harris looks a little shaken up now. I think he's all right. Yeah, they were battling back and forth.
And really, that's 2 fine plays on long balls. They're number 1, Jathan Hayes on the coverage.
Yeah, they have some very good players on that defense for sure.
Kieron Jones remains in the backfield. Maurice Carter along with Nazir Pitchford on the right side of the formation. Ace Luther over here in the slot. Hennessy waits. Oh, I see the route that's developing there. And really good move there by Jock Harris to get that one down. And a nice gain on the play of about 7.
Yeah, a little bubble screen here. Great camera work here.
Oh.
Just come back to the inside. Nice block there by, who's that? Kieron with a nice block. Makes it 3rd and a little short here, Brian. Working on the short side of the field.
Seems like they've been running that option play, there as we're getting a really tight shot there looking at number 1, Jock Harris. Press coverage over here. I don't know if I would.
Oh, yeah,
don't know if I would do that
daring.
over here on the left side of the formation. Hennessy looks to the right.
Oh, he's
buys some
open.
time,
He's
throws
open.
the ball, and he's got him. And that's 6 for Nazir Pitchford.
As the lights are flashing red and white and black, Pitchford does a little bit of a slant, and then to the inside, breaks to the outside, wide open. It's hard to cover our guys man-to-man.
Yeah, it's very
unless they're getting pressure on Hennessy, it's going to be a long night.
And what you love with Nazir Pitchford on that post corner, and that's why they like him as a DB also. He has those explosive hips to be able to make the turn. And it coming down to that break, that is a unique gift that he has. That post corner, he gets immediate separation. So.
Yeah, you're spot on, Brian.
Okay.
They like those loose hips, and
yes, sir. So the long snapper, Hunter Ferguson, Sunshine with the swinging gate completion there. 2-point conversion to Mo Carter.
Yeah, so watching that again, Carter you see right there breaking off, and again, there's a lot of separation. I think you or I could have thrown that one that close and that wide open. They make it look so easy.
And I've heard a lot of great things about Hunter Ferguson. He's a long snapper, and he's one of those guys that's getting that ball back there in that, less than .70, which you have to do on a collegiate level. He has great size, and he's got cover down skills. Now, we remind you now with 17-0, 10:59 on the clock, that this unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you from the folks at M. Hennessy Construction. You got to get in touch with them there at 941-730-9728.
I think they made a very wise move to buy that package so far.
Yeah. I wonder how, we do it on the extra points too. Wow, this one is up, and it's going to be a very high kick, and it was only 9 yards deep in the end zone.
Took a bounce and then bounced over the goalpost.
Yeah, one of the things I beg for as we go through this, we have so many cameras up there. We need someone to follow the path of the ball, because looking at it from this perspective, it was up near the top of the lights on that high kick, and it was amazing.
So some game stats here, completely favored in the Palmetto way, up 17-0, but really only 105 yards. Again, when the Tigers play on short fields, they're not going to gain a lot of yards, but they're scoring a lot of points.
Jet sweep had a little, oh boy, ball's out.
Oh, ball's loose.
And it's going to be still on the ground. It looks like those Palmetto Tigers are going to have this one. And so we'll watch this on the Arctic Air. This is cheating here, guys.
Yeah.
You can see it here on the replay.
So it looked like the snap between the quarterback and the wide. They bumbled the snap.
And Benny Williams there, number 25, to mess things up, and then coming along, number 10, Big Zion Lee, 6'1", 280 senior. D tackle cleans it up and gets the fumble recovery.
Yeah, expecting big things from him this year.
It's a really good position here for Hennessy to maybe get another touchdown completion here. He's got Ace Luther along with Nazir Pitchford on the right side of the formation. Man, so many options. And you got Maurice Carter and Jock Harris. Man, that is a lot of horses in the barn, Ken.
It's scary.
Oh, and they're going to throw the little slip screen out there, and Ashton Kelly breaks the tackle, and he's going to go down to the 10-yard line. Nice little play design.
Yeah, it actually they covered it pretty good, but they missed a couple of tackles there. So he was able to get some positive yardage on that.
And really a really good play by Raymond Diaz, number 5 there, getting in there and kind of working his way through all that blocking out there. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. I see a look that's there right now, and they're going to, yep, there it is. Oh, there it is, and it's a great catch, and that one's going to go to Jock Harris. So what you had there is the old, it looked like a zone read where you go with the post off the fake to the back, but it was a clean throw, tight, very good coverage.
So there's the read that you're talking about, and again the tight coverage, just a little quick slant, and again. Because these guys have played together and they got a season under them, and they've practiced this, they're making it look easy.
So what they said on the play was a legal man downfield. Now, when you run in a zone read, generally you're throwing the ball. And you did throw it beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
I didn't see it. You've got a lineman running down, rush blocking because it's an option for the quarterback. Mm-hmm. And generally they give you about a 2.5, 3 yard buffer there. Yeah, and so just that kind of a tough break for the Tigers there.
Tigers, that's their first of the half with 9:57 left in the half, down to 17.
Yeah, I didn't see the we maybe could pick that up on the Arctic Air replay, but I didn't see anybody downfield. But the officiating crews, they do a good job here.
Yeah, if we could see it again, we might be able to. Now that we know what we're looking for, we can possibly see it. But regardless, it's the Tigers. Looks like it's second and about 14. 13.
All right, let's take it down to Bill Britt. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey guys, I couldn't see the offsides for the linemen, but I'm going to tell you that their defensive line is dialing up some pressure. We're making some really nice adjustments to find the receivers. Hennessy is on top of his game, so I expect to see a score here in just a moment.
All right, so Bill's predicting a score here in just a moment, and it brings up a second and
14, 13.
Yeah, about that.
And they're just playing a base defense. They're actually playing up pretty close.
Yeah, so you might want to run 4 verticals out of that, but they hit it right up the center. And that one, and that's Shane Partridge touchdown. And that's one of those things that you don't, what is the quarterback is doing there? He's looking at those safeties back there. Mm-hmm. And there's the eye candy all over the place. So watch Hennessy
he's looking at the safeties, looking down the field.
Yep.
And Partridge normally is your outside, but he took it up inside. And when you run a play like that, you can tell that it's blocked well when he was untouched. So great job, offensive lineman, for the easy score, untouched.
Shane Partridge now will hold the ball. Man, they were there, and that's a good way to break your face mask. But Brandon Galloway just drove that one over the fence back there on the extra point. I would not want to block that guy's kick, you know?
No, definitely not.
Man, what a powerful weapon is Brandon Galloway.
That young man there that's chasing those kicker balls, he's getting his 10,000 steps chasing these extra points.
Look at the drone shot here. This Keller's Pest Control drone shot. Now here you can see, oh my.
Oh, they ran into each other.
And that ball, look at the depth. Thank you very much. Great shot from the guys behind us there. You guys are killer. He's going to play that one right on the warning track back there. So that was
looked
that
like
was
a
fun to watch.
souvenir here for the young fella.
Galloway's kick for the Tigers.
Okay, so we remind you this unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you from the folks at M. Hennessy Construction, and that's a high driving kick, and it's only 10 yards back in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback, and the Braves will start from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Tigers are cruising here, looking like they're operating mid-season. A lot of talent there on that bench. Got to keep them healthy, and great things can happen.
Really good. You know, when I looked at the play that they had there, and, you know, quarterback play is not just throwing the ball 70 yards. That's a read from the quarterback, eyeballing those safeties, and a handoff goes for the touchdown. You know, you would not think in that situation that you're going to take the one right up the middle, but that's a quarterback that understood, you know, the entire defensive scheme over there.
And again, Partridge is your guy that's the flashy guy going outside. For him to run up the middle like that, perfect execution.
So McFarland handed that one off, and it was only gain of 1 on the play. And now they have 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Oh, big pass rush. Great job by the quarterback eluding the pass rush. He's going to be down and turn that into a positive gain of about a yard.
Yeah, that was the magic you were talking about, Brian. He's running for his life. Let's just pass rush here, forcing him into the inside, running for his life.
Yeah, and Carter Robinson, something else, man. I saw him in the weight room, you know, on some film that the team had put out there. He looks like the Anatoly guy from YouTube with a mop. I mean, that dude is so strong and fast. Okay.
Big third down for the Braves. They need something good to happen here. Brazelton's over there making adjustments.
Oh, he looks for
you can't do that.
Really good interception there. Great play. And then tackled after the play. But you can see number 23, Tyron Martin. Man, that was a great play, Ken. Let's watch that on the Arctic Air replay. Now, you're only going to see this on TigerVision. 80 frames per second.
Watch the quarterback's eyes. He is staring down that receiver, which allows the defensive back to read that thing. Plus, he made a great play on the ball and got the turnover.
Yeah, partially deflected there. You know, decent route there by number 3, but that was just a crazy great catch.
Just wanted it a little bit more, really. But great job there. That's all the time and effort in the weight room, the 7-on-7s, and working extra. Good job there.
And I thought it was a really sharp route by Stephon Bell over there. Yeah. That was a good route, but that's just a better play by the defense.
Better play, and don't stare him down.
Now Hennessy's going to have this one, and he has 3 receivers out right sort of the formation. Ashton Kelly.
It's like they're running a 4-3.
and really good this time to cross the line. You know, you had number 5 involved, you had 0 involved, so you had Finley involved, and you also had Raymond Diaz involved. Really good defense on that play.
Yeah, those are players from last year. We didn't have a lot of stats on them, but their names popped up. Hey, look at that.
Man, look at that beautiful Keller's Pest Control drone shot. Now, one of the things that you see there is Rattlesnake Key. Looking out there, you can see Egmont Key. Is that what I'm looking at?
I
way
believe
out
so.
there?
I believe so. You got to get there by boat, and a lot of neat things to do out there. And
you know, in Manatee County Tourism, we've asked it for ownership. We have asked for sponsorship for years, but you just can't get better shots than that
I know.
Of our beautiful county here. Now Hennessy takes this one out of the pistol. Little change in the running back. It's Kieron Jones. Drives forward for a gain. Good defense. The ball's out late. Scrambling back to recover it is number 74, Romeo McAllister. Let's see if that ball is out, Ken.
Yeah, just a simple dive up the middle. Great blocking by the line. Looks like he's down, and then it comes out.
Yeah, it looked like that.
Yeah, Kieron rushed for 676 yards. Going to need another big season out of him.
Now it brings up a 3rd and 9. And there's...
Now they're playing back. They're playing a cover 2, looks like.
Ooh, yeah, you might split them with a post route on that one. This time they throw it out there, and Maurice Collins drops the ball. So Mo is right at the mark there. Incomplete pass. Now, here's the good news. Ball's at the 31-yard line. All right? So it's only a 48-yard field goal from here for Galloway.
I think we need to let him try it. Carter will catch that ball 99 times out of 100 and just probably took his eye off it for a split second.
The last time,
48 yards.
You got to really get a block. They're coming off that edge. They're doing a little overload on the right side here. Got some very good speed.
They're coming.
High snap. Ball's driven, and it is up, and it is good with about
10, 15
yards to spare from 28.
And there's the poor young fella having to chase that ball all night.
And I'm telling you, at the end of those plays, when those wings are coming in, great play by Partridge there.
Yeah.
You gotta lay out and get your hands, in front of the ball there. What they're doing, they're jumping vertical.
Right.
And he was able to split them.
Yeah. What you want, what they should be doing is 3 or 4 yards out, diving up where the ball is going to be projected there, and the vertical like that's not gonna help.
This may be the first time that everyone in our viewing audience will hear. This unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you from the folks at M. Hennessy Construction. Give Michael a call at 941-730-9728.
All I want's 10%. I'll split it with you.
Oh, and that time he kicked a really high kick. And unbelievable. I think when Galloway was kicking that, his plant foot slipped a little bit, hit a little thin. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't, and I talked to him before the game. The field, it's been raining a lot here today, and that field can get slick. But we both felt that he confirmed it for me that it won't be an impact tonight, and we haven't seen anybody slipping.
Man,
this must be their 7th possession so far.
And they're starting at the 20, and that time Tyson, the heavy hitter. That's a good name for him, Isaiah Tyson, because that guy, it reminds me a lot of Mike Tyson, the way he closes on those ball carriers. Check it out.
Yeah,
boom.
There he is, number 17, back for his senior year. And he looks like he is beefed up a little bit.
So 6:20 on the clock. You got trips over here to the right side of the formation. He goes in motion there. And that's Bell that goes in motion, and they hand the ball
Tyson.
right up the middle. Tyson again.
Yeah.
And stop number 17, Tyson.
And
Zion Lee helping out
Zion
there.
Lee. Zion Lee is one of those guys that's very difficult to block.
And then when you put his four-star brother in there with him, and you get Chase Henson back, and it's going to be they're going to wreak havoc on these offenses.
Yeah, good look there at Trevor Bruce from the drone shot, the Keller Pest Control drone shot. They tried the wheel route. It's very well covered by Nazir Pittsburgh. And there's a pick 6 that he left on the table.
Yeah, he's mad at himself there because he thought about that end zone maybe right a little bit too early. But quarterback, you see the line protection there.
Yeah, and I could see the coaches. I was watching Shaquille Harris over there. He used to play basketball for me when he was a kid. And, one time in Lincoln, we were out flipping a football. We got the team so dialed up. We were over there flipping a football. I said, man, that dude is a football player. He was on the sideline, and Brazelton were on that route. They must have seen it on film because they were almost running out of the coach's box toward the end zone. Now the big punter goes back there to kick this one away. He's getting a lot of work tonight. Jock Harrison, Mo Carter back. He kicks that kick, and it's going to be... Okay, so he's down at the 39-yard line, hustling down again. Making that play is the long snapper, and that is Mason Shalisky.
Yeah, worst field position of the night this time.
And looking at statistically... hey, jump in there, Bill.
Hey guys, I'm here with defensive coordinator Matt Brazelton. Matt, the team has been intense. Talk about the defense.
Yeah, we're playing with a lot of passion and intensity. We have a couple missed assignments right now, so despite the scoreboard, we got to clean some stuff up. We got a tough CCC team left, and we got to get some other kids in, and we got to execute. So I know the fans might like the score. We're not overly happy right now. We're happy with the attitude, the energy, the effort, all that stuff. We got to clean some stuff up schematically and running the right stuff.
Guys, nobody's more intense than he is right now, but the guys are trying to keep up with it. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you have to, Bill Britt was sandwiched there between Matt Brazelton and Rich Robick running the camera. So that is two guys
squeezed in there. He did good.
You would be very safe anywhere you go with those two guys.
And Matt Brazelton did not add that they might not be happy with some stuff, but I know he is happy with that goose egg up there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We've had conversations about that.
Now, Hennessy this time, in this situation, the field position, he's got a little bit of yardage to work with here. And this is one of the things about being a quarterback with teams with such a good special team. It eliminates a lot of your yardage. So he's looking for it. And he got held over here. Hennessy, he looked very fast there rolling out.
Up, threw it away.
So that time, and it was very well covered, throws the ball out of bounds. But you could see his speed, Hennessy's speed, is underrated, because what he does is he buys time. So people watching film will say, okay, he's not escaping and making the first down runs, but he's looking down the field for the completion for the big ball.
Yeah, and the goal there is just to keep those linebackers and ends honest, and he's worked hard on that, and he's got all the other skills, and he's just making himself better.
I like this defense look here. It's like a 4-4, and it's a long ball by Hennessy. Put some air on it. It's going to be intercepted, and that's a play on the ball by number 9 there in the play. That one kind of hung up, and it was Cameron Bailey with the interception.
Yeah, might have forced that one a little bit as we look way back. You're going to see double coverage here. Oh, we lost it for a second. Going to see double coverage, and underthrew it a little bit, and one of the guys for the Braves was able to catch that to get the turnover. But no different than having to punt.
Yeah, and that's like and now you're still starting inside of your own 20. So this time,
It's the same thing.
You
yes.
still have to go
80 yards.
86 yards, to get there.
And they haven't seen our side of the 50 yet.
Oh boy, Tyson misses a big hit. Everything's clean, but that's going to be a big loss on the play.
Yeah, McFarland's running for his life here. That matchup you're going to lose every time. And he was able to jump around a little bit, but still taking a loss there.
Maybe a number change. I think Hamlin used to weigh 40, and that was 43 making the play for the Tigers. And there's a long, deep out, and it's an incomplete pass. That one was intended out there for Jace Saravit. Boy, this is a tough situation here. Third and we're going to call it 15.
Third and a whole bunch with an offense that has only managed one first down so far tonight, as far as I can remember. Tall task here. The defensive linemen are going to be coming hard here.
Tyrone Harris. I'm looking for number 90 on this play for the Tigers. Let's see how this one pans out. Oh, ball's loose, and it's going to be Tyson. Now this will be interesting. Ball is on the 2-yard line. So your punter, who's a rugby-style kicker punter, is going to have his heels on the back of the end zone. Watch Tyson.
Yeah, Brian, normally you want to be 13, 14 yards back, so they haven't been rushing the punter tonight, so this might put a little scare into him to hurry it up, possibly.
Man, this is a tough situation. I really wanted Tyrone Harris to make the play there, but Tyson off the edge there. He's a tough
on the
guy
block.
to block.
And then on the other side, the kid from Booker apparently had on the other side had 5 sacks against Miami Palmetto in their spring game.
Wow.
So this defense might be better than the offense. Truth be known.
Watch Pitchford over here. He's creeping up. He's going to get this one. Oh, he did not get there. And that is the best punt of the night. And watch it, 44 hustles down there and get this. This time it's going to be down by number 17. And number 17 is Kalen Turner, the junior defensive back.
Yeah, best punt of the night. Probably netted 35, 40 yards on that. 40 yards. Netted 40 yards on the punt.
And I want to thank the coaches for getting those updated. We've got a graphics package that is syncing up with Max Prep. So if you saw that, Luke tonight is a little challenged. He's doing a public address, and we didn't get the printed rosters for the Braves to him. And it's the TigerVision crew behind us is using that sync up, and you can see the player is up there on Luke's confidence monitor now. So we greatly appreciate it. It's always good to be talent working with the real talent behind us, Ken. Now,
we're blessed.
Tigers have the ball in the 42. They run the option to Ashton. Good block out there by Maurice Carty. Ashton Kelly with a nice run. But, Maurice Carter, he's a great guy. Shuttle drills 5'8". But one thing you see out of Maurice, he throws blocks. See that block right there?
Right there. It was real quick on the instant replay, but that block set the play up,
Now, interestingly, now for the Tigers in the receiving position here is kind of a new face. This is Darian Allen, 6'5", 185 pounds. Newcomer.
Transfer from Manatee, played with them in the spring.
Scored on these Tigers last year in the Cross River rivalry. Then driving forward, a gain of, so it brings up a 3rd and 2. Finley with a really good play there.
Yeah, Tigers, 2 minutes on the clock. They can take their time here, work the 2-minute drill. they're going to start taking a looking at perhaps some other players, perhaps some jobs will be won tonight before we hit the regular season up in Clearwater next week.
Oh, Partridge, nice run. Bounces off 2 or 3 tackles, takes the ball into the red zone. Finally stopped at the 15-yard line.
You saw him do a little bit of a hesitation there as he attacked.
Oh, yeah.
Then he saw that hole, and he just ran right through it. Great. That's what you call great vision for a back. Any good back that's worth his weight in salt is going to have great vision, and he saw that hole and took it up a notch and ran right through it.
Bailey with a touchdown-saving tackle back there for the Braves. Partridge now. A lot of things he can do here. Hennessy fakes the handoff to Partridge. Looked for the slants. Waited for the route to clear. And that was not looking good. The DB, we're probably going to have an injury timeout here and take it down to Bill. We'll see. Because I saw on the cut across there.
They were battling each other, right? Oh, he ran into his own guy.
Yeah, friendly fire and looked like a knee. So we're at Bill Britt on the Arctic Air sideline. You know, we're going to maybe kick it. What do you think?
Yeah, guys, while we have a break here, I'm with Assistant Principal Nick Ferrer, and he's come over to be a spokesman for the school and like to say a few words about the passing of Coach Wilkes. So, Coach, take it away.
Coach Wilkes just meant a lot to Palmetto High School, the Palmetto community, especially the wrestling program here at Palmetto. Just that moment of silence was a good tribute tonight for him. And I don't know if your guys' camera caught it after the moment of silence. There's a real rainbow coming over the locker room. So I think he's watching the game here tonight with us.
Yeah, he loved Palmetto, and he loved these kids, and you can feel his presence around here, and I'm sure we will for a while.
Yes, definitely. It's weird not seeing him standing with his arms crossed in the end zone, but we'll carry on his legacy. Especially at school today, we had a lot of kids wearing the red shoes for Red Shoe Friday, and carrying on that tradition that he started.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for that.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much for that Arctic Air sideline report. Looks like that number 22 is being helped off the field there, and I hope that was just a knee-to-knee contact there. Man, that hurts.
Tamari Johnson.
Yeah, Tamari. He's a running back and a cornerback. Now the lights have just flickered on here with no scoring. And I think the light.
We're back in action. Okay.
Back at it. Some new faces out on that receiving corps. You can see that they're kind of frisky out there, especially this slotty over here, number 13. He looks like he's ready to. It's Cedarian Allen. Man, that's a good-looking receiver, man. That's 6'5".
6'5".
Fast.
Yep. Oh, he's open. You're going to run it.
Oh, man, that's another great play. That's another great play. You know, that this just fooled us all just with the 7 looking.
Yeah, it's the little things, you know, that win football games. And Hennessy played that well and went back and looked like he was looking for Cedarian to throw it to him.
And I've noticed 84, you know, for these Tigers, Jagar Saunders, he used to be about a hooper. 6'3" and about 235 right now. And I think he's only started playing football in the last year or so. I mean, that dude has the look, too. He's an excellent blocker, and he did that out of the tight end package. I don't know if that was 12 personnel, but it was a very good block. Man, Ashton Kelly drives forward, stepping up there. 21 forces him to the outside, and 21 is Jamar Works. And then Diaz again with another tackle.
Yeah, they have some players that are carrying that defense. I know they've been out there a lot, but Kelly again looking good. But we're going to do a little extra point field goal here, Brian.
I see number 44 has trotted out there. He's going to be out there in that edge blocking position, and he is not on the roster here. So we're really working the players into this fall classic game. Partridge will await this one. Hunter Ferguson with the snap. And it is up, and it is good. So your Palmetto Tigers now with a commanding lead here. Clock's down to 0, so you couldn't have timed that any better.
Yeah, great half by the Tiger. We've seen great things from the offense. Defense has been lights out with turnovers, interceptions, fumble recoveries. They're looking good on the edge. And then special teams is going to take us, if everything goes right, it's going to take us deep into the playoffs. So
yes.
Great half, good start.
Yeah, 30 on the board here. You know, something that we might have an opportunity. Usually we'd have the band out here, and you know they sound pretty good tonight.
Hey guys,
let's take it up, Bill.
I'm down here with Coach Sanders and talk about the first half. And Coach, it looks like you guys had these guys well prepared tonight. Talk about what you've seen so far.
It's good to see our kids play against somebody else than ourselves. Like our energy, like our intensity. Wish we could execute a little better in the red zone down here, but it's early. But overall, very proud of our guys for performing so well, playing their tail off, getting excited for each other. We'll see about the second half, and we'll go from there.
I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of guys get a chance to show what they can do.
I hope so. I hope we can get everybody in the game. It's a preseason game. We want to see how our starters come out in the second half, see the condition that they're in, and then hopefully we can get everybody in the game.
Okay, good luck in the second half.
Hey, thank you for that Arctic Air sideline report. You know, at this point in the game, Ken, we're going to maybe get some statistics in here. Halftime statistics from Steven Johnson. We'll have the Richardson Stenton halftime. You know, I would like to see the segment that we did at Media Days. You know, with the Suncoast Media Days on TigerVision. That was pretty neat. Now you're seeing some, and a special thanks to the guys at Hickory Hollow for providing the TigerVision crew tonight's food. I haven't. Okay, in the stress box back there, please save me some collards. That's one thing.
Yeah, they're probably not there, Brian. I'm sorry. They're probably gone.
Yeah, so coming into the Richardson Stenton halftime. So at this point, we're going to wrap up this halftime, and we'll go to a break here shortly. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
All right, guys, tell us when. Close. Tell us when. We are live after that exciting first round of action, and while I'm here, I was just eating some Crafted Cuts beef jerky during the break. Luke Bussell on Facebook, Instagram, and Crafted Cuts beef jerky. Really impressive half, and I was looking at some of the sponsors here. Of course, Clicking Spree provides this show, and some old ones and some good ones. DeWitt Pools came up on the scroller there. They've been serving Manatee County for 22 years. TigerVision for 15 years. Randy Holbrook, he was the class of 1985 president. And, Howard Leasing now. Chuck Howard was an honorable mention All-State selection in 1984, new sponsor for us. He played on 2 state championships for Manatee County, or for Manatee High in 1983 and 1985. So Chuck is out there as an old linebacker.
He was a good one.
Yeah, and he's loving that goose egg that's on the scoreboard out here.
He does. Halftime stats, they were up there, and they brought him back. Tigers again, everything rocking and rolling, 218 yards, pretty balanced there. I like that. 111 rush, 107 pass. And then the defense again is very stifling, minus pretty much just the 30 yards, and a couple of pass completions has been it, with 1 first down.
Yeah, for this kickoff, we want to remind you that this returnable kick through the end zone, not through the end zone, is probably brought to you from the folks at M. Hennessy Construction. Now, Maurice Carter, who is a great friend and teammate of Matthew Hennessy, may be the beneficiary back there, and he's back there with Jock Harris.
Well, if they've done any scouting and from last year, looking into any film, we'll see if they pooch kick it to one of the upbacks.
And generally speaking, in Palmetto, you have so many athletes there, that's not always a good idea because those upbacks are as dynamic as some of the returners. But it's a high kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. Looking for a block, straight up the middle.
Oh, my.
Needs to make one more miss.
He's got it.
And he's off. Jock Harris, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jock Harris. Now looking out on the field, we like to call it as we see it. Harris turned the corner and turned on that afterburner, but there could be a flag in the middle of the field back here.
Yeah, probably a little bit of excessive celebration on the Tigers, but that is how you run a kickoff back there. Got a couple of blocks through the middle, and then once he saw the end zone, they weren't going to catch him. There was just no way.
Now that would be the sideline warning, and it really depends on when those Palmetto Tigers got overly excited. So that's a sideline warning.
I don't think he was quite in the end zone when the flag was thrown. It was thrown right midfield, but we'll see.
So it's a sideline warning, and we already had one sideline warning. It should have been a 15-yard penalty, and it could have been from where he was on the field when the flag was thrown.
So he picks that up, and you're going to see the Jets when he gets that block right there, right through the lines, and then now it's off to the races. He's smelling that end zone, and you're just not going to catch him.
No.
Look at that gap right there, and it was getting wider. That's some speed right there.
And that is the difference of having someone that's capable of kicking the ball out of the end zone in these games. Because there's so many dynamic playmakers on every team that's out there has these dynamic playmakers. Galloway's kick is up and good. Good snap there by Ferguson, hold by Shane Partridge. So 37-0. 11:37 on the clock. So what an exciting play
to start the half off. So we played well, offense, defense. Special teams has been equally as dominating, not on the kicking side, but now with the kickoff return for the touchdown, and it's great to see the lights flashing on and off, and that's always a good thing. And at some point, we'll start the running clock.
That reminds you that returnable kick, coast to coast, was brought to you from M. Hennessy Construction. Now we're going to have the unreturnable kick through the end zone is brought to you by the folks at M. Hennessy Construction. 730-9728. Brandon Galloway ready to approach the ball. And he kicks this one. It's high, and
good.
It's through the upright. It's good. Wow. Wow.
There's that young man again, having a workout, chasing that football.
Yeah, last season, there was a young man chasing the ball, and he decided to wear his Crocs.
Major mistake.
and as he was back there, near the gate back there, you could see him shaking his head. It was classic TV. You know what we ought to have? And we can't do that here in high school football, but we ought to have targets that out of the back of the end zone, a $5 sponsorship, a $10 sponsorship, and have that to pick it up.
That would be a great problem to have.
Running on late for the Tigers is Benny Williams. Oh, man. Really good defensive play. Number 8 is Kamari Hines.
You'll see him pop up here.
Man.
Right there. Nice hit.
Goodness.
Again, they've only managed 30 yards of offense.
So we may have a quarterback change there. So we got new quarterback into the game. He throws a little screen out there, bubble screen, and there's probably a hold or a chop block over there. So there's a flag on the play.
Change on the play, number 16, Christian Light, running up with number 3 on the bubble screen to Stephon Bell.
I'm going to go with the crackback block.
Crackback. Yeah, nice call to kind of offset the power rush. So you put a little screen out there. Get your players out in space. There's no space in the middle of the field, so but it's coming back. Something happened right there.
I like the way that Christian Light, the new quarterback, got the ball out there in a hurry. Really helped the timing of that play develop. Kind of an unfortunate. Now Palmetto with a free safety, single high. Watch this one. And it's going to be caught. And that is number 14 for the Tiger, Ryan Cotton. Welcome back to Palmetto, Ryan.
Yeah, he had a great spring as far as tackling and called his name. Now we know he can cover in the middle of the field. Great job there. Just keeping an eye on his receiver and going after the ball.
I don't give a fuck.
So 7:55 on this running clock here. And checking into the game, I'm looking for number 11, Hennessy. Hasn't come off the sideline yet. And
He's got his hat off.
No, it's going to be Mo Carter back there as the quarterback. Different look. He's got Shane Partridge. He's taking it out of the pistol. Hands the ball off to Shane Partridge, diving forward. Really good run for Shane. Powers forward for a 4-yard gain. Now, what we've seen, what people don't know when they look at Maurice Carter, nice footwork, is that Mo Carter at one point had the highest QBR in Manatee County because he had thrown the ball 4 times for touchdowns.
Right, yes. That was a stat we would throw out there occasionally. He had some crazy number that just blew away Hennessy, and then I think he finally had an incompletion, and it came back down to where it should have been.
And had one tonight, and this time taking the ball to the line is Kieron Jones. Kieron, had a little bit of an ankle last year, and it's good to see him moving around pretty good tonight.
Yeah, we relied on him heavily early in the season, and then Ashton Kelly became available, and then Shane Partridge. It was a great threesome, and each of them having very good statistical seasons, and they all bring something to the table.
Oh, nice handoff. Good exchange. Partridge jumps out of a tackle, lunges forward. Amazing. This is going to be a fun one on the Arctic Air replay.
When you watch Partridge run the ball here, you got to remember this kid is 5'8", 170. Nope, we're not going to see it.
Yeah, but one thing about Partridge, that dude he's a football player.
Here we go. That is called tough right there.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Keep those legs moving.
Galloway to punt. Now, this is going to be difficult for Brandon to land this inside of. He's going to have to do that reverse.
Take a little off of it.
Yeah, he's going to have that Australian.
Get me off one.
Okay, we're going to take it to a water break.
Hey guys, we're taking a water break here. Coaches saw a little confusion, so they're going to settle things down. This sideline is full of excitement, and for obvious reasons. The guys are playing hard and playing well, and even mistakes have been to a minimal. So it's an exciting night of football for Palmetto. I don't know if we'll have another break opportunity, but I am going to interview Coach Sanders and a few of the players right at the end of the game. So the fans will have a chance to hear from the players, which is something we don't get to do very often. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so we'll do that in this Fall Classic. Thank you for the Arctic Air sideline report from Bill Britt. Now Galloway. And I would have kicked a field goal from here, Ken.
Yeah, that's about where he had it last year.
Maybe he'll drop kick one. Now this time he has the English. That is so amazing.
They get out of balance inside the
10. Yep, out of the 7. And that was as short as Brandon possibly could kick that with the back English. Look at this.
That's perfect, and the thing about it too, it had decent hang time.
That was fantastic.
So our trivia question tonight: in 2020, in the 2020 Class 6A Region 3 final game, Brian, against the same Lake Gibson team, who for the Tigers scored the winning touchdown with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the game for the Tigers? I'll give you 4. There was Josh Siplin. He was the quarterback. LaJonte Wester, the running back. That went off. Sagel Hickson, or the receiver. I can't remember his name. I had given them the names.
Okay.
So one of those 4 scored the winning touchdown with 111, gave us the Region 3 title, and then the following week we lost another close battle against Miami Central.
And then we had a play that Jalen Glover, their amazing receiver,
running back.
Well, yeah, and there was a pass route at the end of the game. We had a sophomore make a game-saving tackle at the end.
That's right, he did.
To seal the deal.
Yes, he did.
A sophomore against a killer receiver. It was unbelievable. Campbell, I think, was the guy's name. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, but it was amazing. So this time, that looked like it nearly was a lateral.
I think it was dropped. Yeah.
But it looked like it was a lateral.
Yeah, it was probably a lateral because otherwise it would have been an incomplete pass.
You know, in these kind of games, you and I, Ken, we got a little wrapped up in talking and trying between the two of us looking at each other. We're like an old married couple. We finished each other's sentences, and we weren't even looking at the play there. So I apologize to the viewers out there. Oh, big hit in the middle of the field. Really, nothing getting better for this Lake Gibson Braves.
No, I think, they had some struggles getting here and had to hurry up and get her out in the field to get started on time, and it's gone south since then too. I think they're just waiting to get back on that bus and head back to home and start up again next week.
Man, what a hit by Neil Espinoza, 6 foot and 220. He's a junior.
Yeah,
but man, that
trying to get some playing time. That's how you do it.
Be interesting to see. Palmetto has 2 in turn, and we've got Jock Harris and Maurice Carter back there once again. Kicking this away will be number 15, or 14, and that's Dominic Rivera. Does a good job of rooting that. A better looking kick this time. And it's going to roll all the way to the 44. And then once again making a play is Mason Chaleska, the long snapper. He's getting a lot of work tonight.
He's getting a lot of work. That's a very good punt, 50 yards. Pretty much matched up with Galloway there. He was kind of able to flip the field back to where we punted the ball, and so Tigers get the ball again. This might be the last drive. We'll just see.
Yeah, third quarter. 58 seconds. Running clock. Palmetto Tigers in no hurry. Coming out here to play wide receiver. I saw Dan Delgado. He's a 5'8", 150-pound junior. I think he ran the ball in the last game that we did, the Spring Classic game, and was pretty good out of the backfield also. This time he's blocking. Parcher's driving forward, and he goes for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 yards on the play.
Somebody needs to tell Shane Partridge, we're just trying to run the clock out. He is running like a big fullback there, but you got to remember again, he's 5'8", 170 pounds.
And that's the great thing about high school football, and you see the guys are getting the breaks, in the NFL now where they didn't even get a look. A player is a player is a player. If it's a Wes Welker or Amandela, if it's guys like Renfro.
Yeah.
So let's take it to the end of the third quarter. Tigers with a 37-0 lead.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Well, coming back live here in the fourth quarter here, Ken. It's been a very lopsided affair here, the Palmetto Tigers over Lake Gibson. And we're really – this is going to go extremely fast from this point forward. And so now 37-0 lead, and we're down to 11:55 on the clock.
Yeah, this barring a touchdown, this will be the last drive.
Maurice Carter. Now there's a wrinkle, and he's going to reverse his field all the way across the field, Ken, I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
Mo Carter looking toward the boundary, and he's going to do it. He cuts inside, and then
be careful.
So he's takes the sack on the play.
25 seconds later, he is very shifty.
Lost of 4 or 5, and he ran about 237 yards on the play.
and just jumped right up and hey, let's do it again. Yeah,
he's really wanting to put the points on the board as a quarterback. He wants to show that he's not just an AT athlete, but he's a quarterback.
I can throw it too. Yes, exactly.
This time he hands it off.
That's a new
back. Man, that's a really good defensive play there by a host of players. Number 11 stepping in and making the play there is Mason Del Santillo.
Yep. Players getting some film here, and it'll get evaluated as they head into the regular season.
And Kamani Edwards in the backfield, number 30. It's going to be interesting to see Kamani here. He is a 5'9", 170-pound sophomore in the backfield. And they hand it to him, and he's
there's a flag.
There is a flag on the play.
Guess what?
Could it be a horse collar, Ken? What do you think?
Horse collar or a face mask?
Flag on the play.
It was a wide. It was a wide play, so it's a personal foul. Face
mask. Automatic first down. Try to catch it right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, when you see the helmet following the hand that's attached to it, they're going to call it every time.
9 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock here. So we got.
Excuse me, it's not an automatic first down.
3rd and 5 here.
3rd down and 5 for the Tigers.
Oh man!
Nice!
Wow! All right, that's a first down. He absolutely did. First down, Kamani Edwards.
Right side, picks up 6. That's a first
I think we have an impressive running back room.
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
We've got our 3 back, and this young man making a name for himself. I mean, he has to get to there, and he was bound and determined to do it.
And Hunter Ferguson, if you've looked at him, he's a long snapper, and he has some quarterback experience. He's kind of outgrown the position. Now he is in the backfield. The lights are flashing here. So that's probably a student somewhere running that. Our guys would never make that kind of mistake. I'm kidding. So what we've got here is a 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Just letting him get some snaps. He knows what to do back there. And
if I'm Hunter, you got to be tempted here. You get a certain look and kind of a press cover.
Well, yeah,
look,
they're not. They're playing. They got the deep safety there. Other than that, they're up on the ball.
They're running again. Man, this kid looks good. Man, that was a superior hit. Wow.
Yeah.
Cameron Johnson. Wow. Man, that was a wicked hit.
They're still playing tough. Hats off to the Braves. It's been a long evening for them, a very quick evening, but they're still out there battling, and that's always good to see.
So Darian, is a recent addee to the roster here out in the slot. They're 6'5". There's nothing more than he would like to do is have the Hunter check off the running play and throw one out there to him. We're staying with the run on the ground are the Tigers. And coming up strong. Let's go down to Bill Britt.
Guys, I got my old friend Chris Conboy, and he was hustling between other games because he's got a side job now. He's running a show. It's called 941 Gridiron Live.
That's correct.
And it's all about Manatee County high school football. So with further ado, tell us all about it, buddy.
Well, Coach Matt Arcady, who was the defensive coordinator here last year, he and I are good friends, and he wasn't coaching this year, so we decided to get together and just basically videotape what we do all the time anyway, and that's sit around and talk about high school football in Manatee County. So we did our first show last night. It's up on YouTube now. You can go on there and search that, and like it, subscribe to it, and we're going to do it every week. We'll be giving some predictions, looking back at games, and going over the games coming up, doing previews.
What night are you on?
We're going to shoot it on Tuesday night. It'll probably be up by Wednesday afternoon.
Well, I watched the first show, and I couldn't believe that you guys actually knew all that stuff. Who knew it?
The more amazing thing is my 15-year-old son did all the production, from lighting, the set, the filming, the editing, the music, and all that. Matt and I, we've just been following football our whole life. Knowing that part was easy.
Well, obviously he's got the looks and brains in the family, fortunately for him.
Yes, it's very fortunate for him.
All right, well, tune in, folks. This should be a great show.
And Gridiron Live.
Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that Arctic Air
And that young man, Colin Conboy, is a Palmetto High student, and he's on the baseball team.
How about that?
Yes.
And the Conboy, speaking of baseball, Tony Conboy, he'd been very, very good for us over in the Palmetto area back to our boys club days.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that. He keeps the ball. Look at the speed on this big man, number 16.
Oh, he's just throwing. Did you see him just throw one of our guys? Oh, my gosh.
Holy cow, Christian Light.
Let's watch that again. We don't have his height and weight.
He's big.
He is a big boy, and look at that stride right there. My goodness. And watch this push off here at the end. Oh, bingo.
Man, that was a very impressive run. Now,
where's he been all night?
I don't know, but I'd say he's about 6'3" and about 240.
240. He's past 200 easy.
Yeah, man, that was an impressive run. Look at the size of this young man. And he is a junior.
He is he's big as those boys right in front of him wearing the same color jersey.
Yeah, he's a hoss. He reminds me a lot. Actually, he's just as big as that Haggerty quarterback that we saw.
Yes, bruiser.
Man, what a play. We'll get a look on that perhaps on the Arctic Air replay, but what a fill by the linebacker there. Watch this.
Watch the linebacker there. Number 44. Make that solo.
Not on the roster here.
Not on the roster. I'd love to call his name out, and I know you would too. But, there we go.
Now looking at Jaredine Moise is back there in the secondary. And let me tell you, I know a little something
about that family.
Adonis Moise played a little hoops for my son. Boy, there's the big quarterback running over people, but he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
Andy was a pretty decent receiver for us.
Oh, yeah, pretty decent. He ended up going to IMG Academy over there in Kansas. So
that's like
Kansas
a
State.
man-child out there running that ball. Look at that. My goodness.
27.
We need to get a birth certificate check on him.
Man, here he goes. You're not going to stop him on this play.
No.
Oh, they cut loose. 27. A knifing across the line. There is Jason Dupree.
Let's see if we can pick him up. Right there, yeah.
Low man wins. That's
low man wins. That's. He was a brave man to do that.
240 versus 155 pounds. There's two very good tackles. Now he throws a little fade route to a wide open receiver for the touchdown. So great play, number 19, Eric Randall. Good play design. And he's a good looking receiver. He's got a long length to him.
Yeah, simple pitch and catch, throw it up. Nice drive, and great quarterback play for the Braves there. They get on the board.
So there goes the shutout.
Yeah, Coach Brazelton not going to be happy with that, but overall, great opportunity here tonight, and a lot of things to be happy about with his defense, and not all of his players actually suited up tonight too, which is a scary thing.
So going back to hold this one, the holder is Chris Garcia. And, he's been making a lot of plays on defense. And to kick this one away is number 35. And number 35 is not on my roster. Yes, it is. It's Ellis Malinowski.
Kicker punter senior.
Yes, he is. In the press box up here, it started off, pretty comfortable, but it's getting pretty hot and steamy up here.
It is, and it's noisy out there. We have to shut the door. It's hard to hear.
So this is Garcia's the long snapper in there, so that's where we've got that. There's a high snap. Ball's on the ground. That's going to be it. So the clock continues to wind. This is just about going to do it. 1:22 on the clock.
So something to work on next week before their home opener.
So, Ken, on that play there.
Yes.
We'll go to the trivia question. In the 2020 Class 6A Region 3 final against Lake Gibson, who scored the winning touchdown with 1:11 left in the game for the Tigers?
Quarterback. Josh Siplin took a quarterback sneak and scored, take a 28-24 lead, and we held them. And you had made mention of that, and we were the regional champs for the second year in a row. Yeah, they go to Tampa Bay. They host Tampa Bay Tech next week, which is going to be a tough game.
That is a big returner. Sedarian Allen, back there. Switching sides of the fields here for the last
It's
15.
not even, they're not going to make it.
They're not going to get the kickoff. So that's going to wrap things up. So, we may get some highlights, talk about the game, and maybe send it down briefly to Bill Britt on the sideline. Bill, your impression of the game as this one winds down. Okay,
Brian, we're going to interview Coach Sanders and a couple of players here in just a minute. I know you asked me a question, but I can't hear you right now, so
okay,
I'll come back to you guys in a minute.
Sounds great. That's the great thing about live broadcasting and being right in the middle of a pack of wild dogs out there after a big victory tonight. The lights are flashing here at the field at the close of the regulation. Always a good thing, Ken.
Always a good thing, and Tigers very positive performance offensively, defensively, special teams, and begin the regular season, hopefully get everybody back and healthy. But a big, huge game on the road up against Clearwater Catholic. I'm predicting it'll be one of the top 10 games in the state of Florida. They are a top 25 program, and we have no easy games this year. Every one of them is going to be tough, including tonight. This is a very good team that just caught Palmetto on a good night, and they were just overmatched. They're a 5A team, and they're going to do well, and they will. Coach George will have them ready for their season.
Yeah, you could see that there was some the schemes that they were doing out there, and it really is a game early on where the penalties, maybe the road trip and the penalties caught up to them very early in the game with the false starts and those kind of things. And, once you're away on the road in a game like this, things can get out of hand in a hurry.
And they did, and it was just the same routine over. They never made it well up until the end. That was the first time they had crossed the 50. So a rough night for them, and learning opportunities for the Tigers as well. As Coach Brazelton said, he said they missed some reads, and you learn from this and you celebrate. But then it's Clearwater Catholic on the road next Friday.
Yeah, and there were a couple coverage busts that did not get exposed there, and that's what Coach Brazelton was talking about. I noticed that, but where you have 2 covering 3, those kind of things. But really a fine job by the defensive unit here. I can see that Rich Robick is getting in position. He's got the sideline camera around the team. A good look at some of the assistant coaches here, and we should very shortly go to Coach Sanders.
Next week's for real. All right? You got to take care of your body. Take care of your body this weekend. We'll share the film out, but next week is for real. All right? This is a great start. Week 1 next week. Break this thing down and see your coach. Take the
offensive backs first.
All right, we're going to get some player interviews with Bill here, and then Coach Sanders.
Come on over here.
I'll get
Matt.
I love this. You get the feel and the sound of the game. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, you feel like you're in the huddle.
Yeah.
You stay right here and you'll talk after that.
So what they do is coordinating that.
Come on over here.
And, he didn't say a lot, but they will.
Right here. Face
they
camera.
will talk about it next week.
Okay, guys, I've got a couple of stars of the game, and I'm going to give them a chance to.
Okay, Bill, hold tight for just a second.
Sorry.
Bill.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
No, hey, no sweat.
Okay, we'll start with Matt Hennessy right here. Matt, talk about the performance of the team tonight.
Overall, great team win. Offense, defense, special teams, good win. That's all I got to say. Overall, good win.
Okay, and you, young man, you had some good plays, but I know there's one you were a little bit disappointed. You're going to get that back one, I know for sure. Talk about the game tonight.
It was a great game. We showed up and showed out like we said we was going to do all weekend. We've been grinding. All summer we've been grinding. Nobody missed a day of workouts, and this showed right here. Look at the score. And we got a long season ahead of us. We're really ready for week 1 CCC. Let's get it rolling, baby. Let's go. That's all I got to say.
Do you guys feel like you guys are, as a team, are getting prepared each day to get better and better?
Yes, sir. Chemistry is insane.
Leadership, everything. Yes, sir.
Well, guys, it sure looked like it tonight. Good luck to you, and keep up the good work, okay? All right.
Great job.
Talk to us about the performance of the team tonight. How do you feel like we did?
We did good. I feel like we brought it. We had team leadership. We spoke. We did what Coach Braves told us to do, and we just brought it.
How about you, young man?
Yes, sir. The same thing. I feel like we came, we showed up, did what the coaches told us to do, showed out and showed up.
What's the ceiling on this defense?
I'll let you go with that one first. I feel like everybody coming together, playing as one, chemistry, everything.
All right, guys. Well, look, if you play this way throughout the season like you did tonight, great things are going to happen. Good luck to you for the rest of the season.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
We're going to get Coach Sanders.
All right, hustle up there, Bill.
Hey, they're going to give you a run for your money on those interviews.
Hey.
Okay, break it down for us. How do you feel about it?
I feel good. We came out flying around, made some plays on defense, made some plays on offense. It was good, like I said, to play another team instead of ourselves. Now we got to just regroup, because next week starts for real, and we're going up against a really good team on the road. So we'll reset and we'll be ready for Monday.
Okay, guys. Coach Sanders summed it up. We are ready to start this season, and it looks like it's going to be great things for the Tigers this year. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.
You know, one thing about this family broadcast, I can remember I was in the hospital with my brother DJ, taking care of him, and Josiah's father, I think he's a minister, Washington, was there in the hospital with us, and we were in the emergency room praying together, and to see his son perform is just awesome.
That's
a
great story,
and
Brian.
I just love the community, and we're going to look at some stats here. Let's break it down, Ken.
Yeah, Tigers dominating in every phase, holding Lake Gibson to 57 yards, 49 of it. Most of it was on that last drive. Tigers on the defense, they've got a sack, a couple of sacks, and interception, and I know they had some fumbles, but they just didn't get the turnovers, but pretty good with the penalties. 218 on the offense. Again, that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you constantly have a short field, that is a lot of yards.
You know, I talked to Matthew Hennessy, our great you kick the ball out of the end zone, touchback, Matthew's father, and I talked to him about this scenario here. The thing that is going to prohibit Matthew from putting the big statistical numbers out there this season is the fact that the field position situation when you're playing against these Tigers. Those are not big numbers, but those are big points. And during the Suncoast Media Day interview with Matthew, I asked him a question, and Matthew's very concise and brief with his answers. I said, Matty Ice or Matthew, I said, what would you rather have, the large statistical performance? And he said, no, we want the points. I think you remember that. He says,
I do.
And then
it's because if you have the points, you win the game. I think he made that point very clear.
And then I did some because they are, the Hennessy families are Seminole fans. So I said, actually it was Bobby Bowden that once said the team with the most points wins the game. And tonight that would be the Palmetto Tigers. You have any closing thoughts here? And then let's wrap this bad boy up. Great to work with you.
Just quickly, they showed the crew. They did a great job tonight, as always, and making our job easy. And like Coach said, big game next week. Clearwater Central Catholic. They are a state power, and we've got to go up there. It'll be a true litmus test on where this team is as a program this year.
So there's your final score here, and thanks again to our sons, Ken. Jordan Varnador and Chad Burton III and Christian out there behind us. All you guys do such a wonderful job serving the community here, and great to watch the game on a school district in Manatee County field. So the final score tonight from Harley Stadium, Palmetto, Florida, the gorgeous, located in West Coast, Florida. The Palmetto Tigers 37, the Lake Gibson Braves 6. We again thank our number one fans in the world for watching TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. One town, one team. Go Tigers.